Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for March 29th, 30th, and 31st, also April 1st. Now that is Monday through Thursday. When I am reading for Monday through Thursday, I use my two Radley Valentine decks. I use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. I will pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I'll also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Okay. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to my higher power. My job just to deliver the message. It's usually best when I don't understand it. Anyway, I do feel that this is going to be an interesting week. We do have that full moon on the 28th. It's the evening of the 28th, if I remember. It is in Libra. I am getting the message to keep our eyes and our ears open, be alert. Also, usually that means keep our mouths shut. So it's kind of like more listening than it is talking. But I'm kind of feeling that that's more of a general overview. Keep our eyes open, our ears open. I'm adding the mouth thing. I'm just telling you that that's generally, usually when I'm getting the thing about keeping your eyes and ears open, it generally means not to necessarily open with the, have our mouth. Anyway, so I thought I might, just for this introduction, we will pull 3 cards from my Rider Tarot deck. This is the traditional tarot deck. So this has kind of those scary cards in it. This has, so if we do get something like the Death card or the Tower, please do not worry about it. It generally means that there's going to be sudden changes. So it doesn't mean that someone's going to die. It just means a sudden change. So the Death card, a sudden change that brings a new, almost a new birth. The Tower, things have to fall apart before they can be put back together again. So I just felt like I needed to do a couple of cards. So we're going to take 3. 1, 2, and 3. Remember, 3 cards, when they are reversed, has a little stronger energy. I can't tell you what they are here. So let's see what we have. And I would say that this is more for the general world energy as opposed to your specific sign. Remember, your specific sign, no matter what's going on in the world, we still need to live our lives day by day. Okay, first card here. Okay, now we have a 5. Change. The Hierophant is very much governmental energy. So you may find, so there may be some, the thing about this, the Hierophant, there could be some changes in government structure, or there could be some changes in how the government structures. Does that make sense? Let's see what our next one. But there is some change coming. The Hierophant is very rule regulated, very much one that wants to lay down what they think is the right way. So again, there's a lot of governmental energy here. But it could be that there is changes in what they're thinking, or they want to create change. Anyway, let's see our next card here. Okay, that was reversed. This is a 9. 9 has kind of a completion. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Pentacles is about money. This is about having money to maintain our lifestyles, meaning that there might be, maybe there's some changes in whatever the government is handing out. But this actually is one of those cards that is very much with blessings, with money, with home life. This actually brings about a completion and a just a general well-being in that tangible energy. Remember, the tangibles, that's earth energy, and that's our Taurus, our Virgo, and our Capricorn. So this is very much very satisfying, very just feeling good about our own home life. So whatever this change is, it could create a better sense of well-being in our home life. Let's see what this last card is. Okay. We have the 2, and this is of Cups. Cups is water energy. Water energy, is our Pisces, it's our Cancer, it's also our Scorpio. there's actually a sense of, I'm feeling kind of a sense of community here. Now, twos are some choices. Some choices, you know, you can go this way, that way. But in this way, in this card, I am feeling a sense of community. So there could be a change happening or coming into place this week that brings about a better sense of home life, a better sense of security, and a better sense of even community. So two, also with the Two of Cups, if you look, there's the feminine and the masculine energies, and there's also the, you know, there's almost like an exchanging of this. There's just a better sense of, like I said, there's a better sense of community. Again, too, you know, I'm kind of watching this Hierophant because there's a couple of ways he could go. He could go, like I said, he could become a little bit more strict, or he can become a little bit less strict. Or again, I go back to what higher power was telling me, keep your eyes and your ears open, and, you know, things actually will be, you know, working out much better than you even think. One of these things would be possibly to turn off the news, turn off TV, and, you know, and just worry and maybe even work on just creating a better life for yourself. Okay? So that's actually quite nice. You know, this little Hierophant, that's, you know, I always want to rebel against the Hierophant because the Hierophant is very structured, very traditional, and I like to rebel against it, but we'll see what happens. Okay? Okay. So let us now, remember, eyes and ears open generally means mouth shut. Let's see what we have going on with the readings. Hello, my Geminis. How are you? Well, let's see what we have going on for you this week. Oh, keep balance, stay in balance, some decisions to make. Decisions, you know, Ariel is our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so solid energy. Could be some decisions to make about, you know, two's decision making. It could be about home life. It could be about work, home life. It could be about family and work. But there's some decisions to make for you, and it's actually a harder decision than, you know, you might have thought maybe about 3 weeks ago. So, you know, something's happened, and, you know, like 3 weeks ago, whatever that was, and the decision seems harder. Like 3 weeks ago, if you had to make a decision, it would have been like, oh, I know exactly what I was going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Now it seems like it's a little bit more complicated than that, and I feel like you're going to need to really assess the situation. You know, again, to, you know, reach out, higher power, you know, your guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine. Meditate on this. This is very solid energy, so it's really something that's weighing on your mind quite a bit. And it's not necessarily going to be, I don't really feel like it's going to be an easy decision for you to make. Okay? But the Two of Ariel, it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So there's some changes that will need to happen with this too. And, you know, I mean, it could be, well, this isn't even simple, but it could be as simple as, and please, I'm not saying this is simple, as maybe you need to make some changes in your diet or your exercise, but it's not as simple as what you might have thought it to be. Okay? So really think through it, really connect with higher power. You know, this is, to me, this is one of those things that you're going to need a little bit of motivation, you're going to need a little clarity with. Here we go. Next card, the Sun. Now, interesting. So we have a 2. Now we have a 1 plus 9, or 1, 9, 19. So 1's new beginning, 10's transition, 9's have a finality to it. So it's kind of like, let's get things done. You add it all up. It adds up to a 10 transition. Bring it to 1 plus 0. It comes back to that 1 new beginning, new start. So whatever this decision is, you do make the right one. You will make the right one. You will do. I do feel like there's a letting go here, though, too. I feel like there's something that, you know, it's one of those things that you have to, you know, kind of like just come to a decision and just kind of say, you know what, in order for me to do this, I cannot do that. Okay? But it does feel, and this is Archangel Uriel. Uriel has a lot of wisdom, will bring you a lot of wisdom. You know, just has a very higher level of seeing things too. Okay? But whatever it is, you do make the right choice. Part of it, I do feel kind of that this is a choice between what, it's that choice between what you know you need to do and what you really would like to do. There's also, I feel like there's an ego and spiritual. The ego would like to stay, you know, or would like to not make the decision, or would like things not to change. But what you know to be true, that spirit, that higher purpose knows that you need to move. You need to move on with this. Okay? Anyway, wow. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So you do make the right decision. You do make the one that, I do feel that there's an ego thing here though. I do feel that there's something with, you know, kind of that maybe you've accomplished something. Maybe you have stepped into a really, you know, higher role, and now it's time for you to possibly leave that role. I feel it's kind of that. I feel that there's a sadness also. Anyway, next card, here we are. 6 of Raphael. So 6 actually, the number of man. It's kind of like what you know, 6 is kind of what you've made of the situation. Raphael is water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And again, I feel like there's a little bit of a sadness. There's a little bit of reflection back. You know, this could be somebody who has reached, you know, maybe, okay, I don't think, well, this could be somebody who is in the phase of retiring. So they've reached a really good part of their life, and now they're moving on to retirement. There's like this change. There's this like, now I need to go, you know, it's kind of like I've been, and the thing is, my Gemini, there's been like this, it's been so, you've been pushing and pushing and working so hard to get to where you need to go. It could also be, maybe not even retirement, it could also be that, you know, you've been trying so hard and now the struggle is over. Okay? And that in itself is hard. So it's when you've been working so hard at something, and maybe, you know, and now it's like the struggle is over and things have gotten easier. And, you know, and it's still kind of it's hard to have that adjustment. It's hard to kind of wake up and say, oh, well, maybe I don't have to be fighting. I don't have to be, you know, I don't have to be getting out there with my sword or anything like that. So maybe it's also kind of getting to a point where you win the battle, win the war, and it just feels a little bit empty. Okay? But you really need to be very proud of yourself that you, because again, it's like a milestone. There's a milestone that you've accomplished. Here we go. Okay, I love it when I get this is interesting, my Gemini, so you're going to have to let me know. Embrace your inner child, new friends, or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So there's a little reflecting back on, you know, on life there too. So 2196. Okay, nothing really jumps out at those numbers, but maybe they will for you. Here we go. And we will see what we have here. Here we are, reversed. The 7 of air. So 7s have that divine umbrella. It is a divine number. It's a perfect number. It's kind of like you do what you got to do and then give it up to higher power. Or give it up to Archangel Uriel too. Air energy is your energy. It is also Libra. It is also Aquarius energy. Things are changing. There's a change. There's a change in how you have to think. There's a change in what you're doing. Again, I'm feeling like you've reached a milestone and you're kind of like at loose ends a little bit and it just doesn't feel comfortable. The thing about it is, why don't you just take a little bit of a rest, my Geminis? Why don't you just kind of, you know, kind of rest on your laurels a little bit, meaning, you know, just kind of enjoy the moment for this. that, you know, that because it feels like my Geminis, you've been rushing and rushing and rushing, and then now it's like, it's done, it's accomplished. Anyway, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So I hope that makes sense to you, because I mean, there's a lot of accomplishment here. There's a lot of reaching a really good level, but then there's kind of a feeling of like, well, now what do I do? What do I do now? Kind of being at loose ends a little bit. The thing is, don't worry, my Geminis, you're not going to be at loose ends, because just as the moment that you actually say, okay, this is what's happening, something just picks up right there and then. So just kind of, you know, figure things out a little bit. This is a good weekend. This is a good week to figure things out. Here we go. And let's see what crystal or energy would be helpful for my Geminis. Here we go. Reversed. Emerald. Emerald. This is not an emerald, but we'll pretend it is. I like this. Emerald is about unconditional love, beauty, recovery, healing past lives. So there's a lot of karmic resolution here. But again, I just feel this, I feel a little bit of an emptiness. I feel a little bit of I now have to let go, and there's just a touch of that. There's a touch of that. So the thing about it, my Geminis, is know that what you accomplished was remarkable, is remarkable, and you're not done accomplishing things. You're just going to be set now on a higher task. Okay? Okay. I hope you enjoy my readings. Remember, if you do, hit the button, like, share, subscribe. As always, my Geminis, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.